the microphone is working. Let me just try the headphones for listening. Okay.
Yeah, right. As soon as Drew, as soon as you plug those headphones in, I won't be able to hear you anymore.
Any luck?
Oh, now I can.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Look at us, tech
Look
wizards.
Look at us.
Look at us, tech wizards.
So Drew is somewhere on the beach in Waikiki, and I am somewhere just as special because this is obviously the room where I got my first piece of lady ass.
Oh my God! Really? Wow!
It's a lot. It used to be a different color.
Wow!
This might be the same bed, honestly, behind me.
Cool.
Not much has changed. I am home for the holidays, and
nice.
Yeah, sorry to anyone who sat there waiting. It looks like there was like 70 YouTube messages on the Lions stream that we just kind of scrapped. They figured out they figured out their own bet.
Is my audio okay for real?
Yeah, no, you sound good.
Okay, cool. I will apologize on behalf of the Deep Dive brand for not being available for the Lions stream. I thought for sure I was going to be able to do something cool while I was out on the water. And then the elements decided better of it, and was not able to live stream from my paddleboard. So sad about that. Happy that the Lions got the cover. Sad that the Dan Campbell did not get his first win on Thanksgiving. I was kind of pulling for it. Were you pulling for it?
No, the Lions absolutely did not deserve in any way, shape, or form to come
I know
to
they
that
didn't.
game.
I know they didn't, but
I bet the Bears second half. I was pissed about the fact that they didn't accidentally pop one in. Yeah, it was the right side. I mean, they outplayed them pretty much outside of one long play and one drive. I mean, the Bears were the better team, but at the end when they were going to, it was clear they were going to kick it. I was kind of cheering for them to f that up. I'm like, well,
F it up, yeah.
Like miss the kick or fumble a snap.
I'm gonna pretend like I watched how it played out. Did it seem like the Lions blew an opportunity to pick up a ball carrier and carry him into the end zone so they could get the ball back?
It never came to that. Once they got to the point where it's like they should let him score, the Bears kneeled. So, yeah, because I was wondering, I'm like, if the Bears try to just run into the line, I'm like, we have two bad coaches. I'm like, which coach will be dumber here?
Yeah. No, that was a fair question. I don't think that's crazy. Let me fix.
Did you watch much of this?
It's a prettier. Yeah. Oh, this has been a good game.
Yeah.
What is your take so far? I'm gonna fix my view because most of it is just a hotel wall. How's that? Is that any better?
I mean, it's better. I thought you'd gotten a haircut. I thought that's what your surprise was going to be.
No. My surprise was going to be I was going to be on the water. And I was really upset that didn't work out, honestly.
Instead, the surprise was no stream at all.
The surprise was no stream at all. Yeah, that was a terrible surprise. I'm sorry. I really am bummed about that because I had a lot to say about that game. I watched every play very carefully. I had a breakdown for the second half that was so good, and I just didn't get it to the people. So I'm very upset about that, obviously. Anyway, what's your angle for the second half? Let's talk about the line.
I don't have a I don't have a real good opinion on this because the refs
I think we go under, right?
The refs have certainly inserted themselves into the game heavily. If you're a Dallas Cowboy backer, fan, general, just observer of football, it's been pretty rough. It's been a pretty rough watch with the refs. So I want to say the Cowboys have been accepted. Oh man, both teams have actually there's been 11 accepted penalties for over 100 yards in the first half already.
Jesus Christ.
A very, very even game as far as yardage. Obviously the turnovers that didn't occur, I felt like it was close enough that they called it a fumble on the field. I thought we were going to get a Dallas turnover on that. And really it was kind of like the big man touchdown where, do you remember that guard that caught the ball and ran it in? And he was clearly ineligible a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, for the best guard in football who plays for the Miami Dolphins, apparently.
Yeah, I felt like, man, the amount of effort that guy to keep the ball in bounds, like they should have that play. I mean, they should give him the turnover just based on that. But yeah, Waller's looking injured. But I think the biggest story for me outside of the refs is the Dallas offensive line getting bullied. Bullied. Dak is under pressure constantly. It sucks. If you want an
Hey,
under, I take an under. Well, usually we
let's
have
take an under.
hands here putting the odds up. I'll pull up bookmaker.
Okay. So here's why I think the under is the right call.
Bookmaker, make me a book.
And first of all, your commentary that the refs have inserted themselves into the game a little too heavily for NFL fans. That feels very on brand for NFL 2021. I'll be frank.
Let's not do it. Let's not do it on Thanksgiving, you guys.
But this is what the Hey, Andy, this is what the NFL is now. This is how it goes. Like if you don't want the refs to be involved, then pick another sport to watch. Because this is the current NFL we live in. The refs matter, and it sucks. It's awful. I think they should absolutely have a soul-searching moment in the offseason about the way that the game is officiated, because it's losing. I'm losing interest, not just because I'm losing money, but just in general, losing interest in this. The quality of product has been so poor. But anyway,
but
let's play an under. Are we at 27? Can I get under 27 or is it lower?
5.
Shit. Well, that's a bummer. I'll take 25. I'll take under 25.
You already did. I mean, I'm looking. I'm gonna look somewhere else. Just see if there's a second half line elsewhere. But I don't know. The higher the better, I guess, guys.
Where did you find 25? Was that Chris?
Yeah. Not a lot of action on it. It is the second half side is a 6.5 that is leaning towards a 7 for Dallas.
What did you think of the pass interference? What did you think of the pass interference call that set up the Raiders' second touchdown? Did you think that was fair?
No, I didn't like either of them. Especially just not completely just like, oh, that was a horseshit call, but it's been a little inconsistent, not only from just team versus team, but as a whole of the game. Like there's been a couple other plays where some guys got there early and they're just letting them get away with murder. So just very inconsistent reffing. So it's a little weird. The long field goal try, just go for that. I don't care if it's 7 yards for first down. Your kicker's not making that very often. Like your EPA, your expected EPA is probably better on a couple tight ends running 8 yards down the field instead.
Especially with that offense, yes, I 100% agree. So the two plays that really stood out. Yeah, go ahead.
To be fair, we both did kind of talked about this the other day, and we agreed with it today when someone brought it up that like the Raiders getting this many points with CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper out. Probably
didn't make sense.
Yeah. Probably the right call. This probably should have been a 5.5, 6, really, and we didn't see the heavy
3.5, 4. Really,
the steam didn't really come at the end. I mean, I think maybe people made some bets already, assuming that we wouldn't get the protocol passed by CeeDee Lamb, but I don't know.
Yeah, that was surprising. There was no steam. I think in general there's a lack of appetite to bet the Raiders because of how the franchise itself is deconstructing before our eyes. And I think that probably did influence the market a hair, not a ton, but enough. Like people with influence are probably like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sit this one out because this is a franchise that is decomposing and they're being asked to play in a very public setting. That all said, the Deshaun Jackson touchdown, while it was fun play, that was a bust. That was a bust by the Cowboys. That's not happening again in the second half. The pass interference also was extremely favorable for the Raiders in the first half. I think that those two plays go a little bit differently, and this is like a 14-3 kind of a game for the Cowboys. And your full game under is in really good shape if you have one. So I think our second half under here is a really, really solid look. This is one of the more fun under looks that I can remember in second half scopesmanship. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down with that. I want to. It is going up, by the way. I think it's 26 now.
25, 26 aren't usually.
It's not like
the current score of this game. Yeah,
it's not like it went from 23.5 to 24.5, but it did get bet up a little. I wanted your opinion on the side, if you have any at all. Vegas starts with the ball. It is getting steamed a little towards Dallas.
That makes sense to me, but I don't think there's an edge there. Don't you think that's pretty much a fair price?
The more I look at it, and again, sometimes I got to look at this too, as far as they're down by 4. You can end up with like a landing on the 20, 3.5. Yeah, I mean it's probably pretty fair.
I think the second half side and the full game outcome is going to be basically a little bit fluky, right? Like, it's honestly, this is so sad that it's come to this, but it's going to come down to if the refs literally get together at halftime and they're like, we're going to need to give Dallas a couple of makeups.
Yeah.
It's sad, but that's where we are in this game and this season, honestly. If they give them some makeups, then Dallas is the right side. They probably win this game. They don't cover the final, the closing spread, but they probably cover the second half number.
Yeah, I would say if you're sitting on Dallas for the full game spread, you're probably not feeling great.
No,
the fact the fact that it got to 7.5, even at the 7, I feel like there's a shitload of people that have like a Dallas or whatever. Just leave. A Dallas Buffalo teasers are probably a thing, and I think if you took Dallas down to -1, I'm not feeling too terrible about that. I don't think the refs can will the Raiders into the end zone again. That text Drew, see if his phone is dead or if he just can't figure out the internet out there in Waikiki. If he doesn't text me back, that means his phone is dead because he has not gotten the text message from me. Bookmaker, make me a book. Anyway, everybody eat already? I had a bunch of food. I had some pie. I had cookies. I'm going to have a second Thanksgiving tomorrow that floats right into a South Dakota Christmas. Play a little white elephant, which I hate, but I will put on a cheery face and pretend I'm having a good time as I get a gift I do not want, probably. Actually, I've made all the man. One time, quick story there. Brother-in-law knows somebody who works at like the Jack Link's jerky place, and he can get like beef jerky at cost. So one year I got a 5-pound bag, like literally off the factory floor of beef jerky. Shit was good. If you had Raiders 7.5, are you laying off? I'm probably not. It's not that big of a middle. Although right now, if you could have got the Dallas 6 that opened right away on the second half, you could have sat there in a nice little middle. It wouldn't be a huge middle, a few points, but if somebody was worried about that, I'm sure they would. And Drew has not texted me back. I'm sure his phone is dead. He has an iPhone, and I'm not a big iPhone Android guy. Like that's the stupid Ford Chevy shit that I have no brand loyalty. I just think the batteries are better on these, so I'm pretty happy. Oh, it overheated, he said. Oh man, yeah, it's 26 degrees here, dick. Actually, it is 19. Never mind. So his phone overheated. I'll probably cut loose here in a few minutes. Take any more questions that you guys have. It's still halftime. Who's the halftime entertainment? I'm not watching the TV right now. It's not Big Sean again, I hope. Drew just texted me. Overheated. Fuck. So he is probably not popping back. I'm glad you guys could join us. I think I'm probably going to, at this point, pack up the children, drive to South Dakota, reset up camp there, and then do another halftime from there. So Egg Bowl play, give me Leach. Give me Leach in that one. I don't have a strong opinion. I think Dan, who actually pays attention to college, producer Dan, I think he took the under 63. And then, if the Saints are starting to get out past 7, I bet the Bills -6. But, man, if that's going to keep getting steamed the other way, there's a certain point where you do have to take the Saints. But, boy, the Saints defense stunk. Davenport didn't play. He's not playing now. They're missing another D lineman and a guy's name that I can't pronounce. Kamara and Ingram, there's a lot of that's a Dak at the half. That's funny. There's a lot of issues. We're getting this point where it's not quite Mike White because Trevor Siemian has played, but you get this backup that plays okay, and then the next week they don't play as well, and then obviously come out and play like horseshit against a decent team. Buffalo's defense was overrated, but they're good enough to take care of Trevor Siemian even on the road. I'm not sure how I'm not sure how the Saints are going to move the ball. So I'm pretty happy with my Bills position. 4 points of CLV on the Egg Bowl. Can't wait for it to have 30 total points. Oh, you took the over, huh? So yeah, let's go, Tony P. Let's go. I felt bad that he didn't get that touchdown, and then they gave it to Zeke. Like, that's just football. Like, fantasy people get mad about that shit, or if you have anytime touchdown scores, I guess. But like, I don't get too mad. I just kind of feel bad for him when he put that effort. If Lamb was in, are Dallas winning at halftime? Yeah, I mean, if Lamb and Cooper play, what's this spread? I mean, a wide receiver isn't worth much, but a couple of them, once it turns into a cluster injury like this, it's worth a couple of points. And for sure, I mean, we did see some Raiders buy back once it got up to 7.5, even some 8. Somebody said there was an 8 at the local. So, all right, Hunter B, who's just fucking vibing right now. Under first half in the Egg Bowl, 31.5. That's a pretty good number. And Skyfish, straight out of France, La Jeune Fille. He got a 7.5 full game, plus 7.5, and a minus 5.5 on the second half. The best of both numbers, pretty much. Good job for you. That's what happens when you can bet into exchanges and 1xBet and all that horse shit over there. And we are in overtime. I probably won't stick around too long for overtime because I do got to pack this computer up, gather up children, probably take some pie for the road. Like, I'll put the overtime out. Oh, you know what I'm going to do quick? See if this works out. Do a full Rodgers. Broken toe. I was going to rate Bills -6 on the bottom of there, but I want to show you this is what a healthy toe looks like. Don't drink and drive. No, the wife's driving. I will not be driving. I haven't really had anything today. A lot of iced tea. Taking it easy today. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you in a bit. I'll see you in the second one here. And let's hope nobody scores because I think I took an under. I'm vibing. See you guys. I don't know how to end this. You know what? I should play the music. I don't even care if it's halftime.